Okay, this is probably way better. Actually, let me take it off my computer. Selfie stick, woo! So, how can I see your chats here? All of them. So, I'm live now. Let's see. Whoa, hello. There we go. Come back. So, I'm going to wait for more people to get in. I hope the sound is okay. It's coming right off my cell phone, so. I'm just going to wait for like probably 2 minutes for people to come join. It's really late, so I don't really expect people to be here. Really. So, basically, the idea is behind this is TikTok, you're dead. You happy with what you did? Now, even if nobody joins this, I'm going to be talking, and I want to do more live so I can engage with you guys. Now, it's really late, so I don't really expect anybody to be here, but I really hope that I can see everybody's response when they're here. So I just started a live in a second ago, and then I had to switch over to my phone because my MacBook is absolute ass for live streams. So I'm just wanting to wait a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm gonna start now. Put this down on me, or on, not on my chest, but wow. There we go. Crap. Let's turn it this way. I'm putting this on something so it doesn't, my desk doesn't shake it so much. All right. Bring it nice and close so you guys can hear me better. So the title of this video is TikTok, You're Dead. Woo. Looks like my ear's flaring. It's weird. So anyway, TikTok, You're Dead. Are you happy with what you did? So the reason I want to talk about this is a lot of people don't really live a fulfilled life. They don't do exactly what they should have been doing. They don't live up to their dreams. They don't do anything that they wished that they had done on their deathbed. And it's sad because when you finally get to that point, it's almost too late. It's almost too late. And you always have this thought in your head like, I wish I did this and I wish I did that. And you always have these regrets. But rejection and all that is always better than regrets, right? Rejection is so temporary, and regrets can be full, like an entire lifetime, right? So, and like I said, even if nobody comes and comments, I'm glad that live is a thing. I would like to do lives more often, and have a set schedule. This was completely random too. This video was completely random, and if you're just joining now, basically, I'm just talking about what TikTok, you're dead. Are you happy with what you did? So let's get right into it and go forward. So nobody really lives their full life, like up to their potential, and it's actually complete. It's really really sad, and I wanted to talk about what to do. I want to talk about what you can do to change that, and how you can become a much better person, and how to get better and just chase your dreams and chase and do everything that you wanted to do, right? So let's see. The thumbnail for this is ridiculous too, by the way. So, first things first. Are you living in like a place that you don't like to live? So like, are you still living at home? Are you still living with your parents? Are you still living, with somebody that you don't really like? Maybe somebody who's verbally abusive. Maybe somebody who's horrible to you. Are you still living with them? And changing your environment is always the best and easiest way that you can improve easily and right away. So it's a lot easier to just move where you were, move where you are, and do that instead. And it's a lot better. Whoever's here, say hello, so I know you're here. And also, I want to test the chat. I want to see what the chat's going to look like. Wow, that's bright. I should smooth it. So I'm filming this off my phone, so the sound quality is not going to be as good. Say hello, say hello. And it's just you. I only see like one or two people here. But anyway, so if you're not happy with what you did in your life so far, there's that saying. It's like, when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Now. So start doing what you've always wanted to do. And like, how do you do that? And how do you start changing your life? And how do you start becoming better? How do you start becoming the best version of you? I don't know if this is messing up. I hope not. I can see messages. Okay. So I want more people to be here for this, but it's really late. So anyway, so let's just start with me. Let's start with me and start with what I did. So I started working when I was like 15. And when I started working, it was like a terrible job. And I just like stocked groceries and did all that in a place called Price Chopper. And I was in the meat department. And I hated it, hated my boss. Absolutely despised that place. It sucked. I'm going to move this. There we go. That's more like my filming angles. So I absolutely hated it. Hated that job. It was terrible. And I really, really wish that I had something better. But I mean, it's your very first job. So I started from there. And I was actually dating my very first girlfriend when I worked there. And it was it was a roller coaster of a relationship. But that was my very first job. And then my very first relationship, you learn a lot, but you just get so like I got very jaded and I didn't really want to date much after that. But then I moved. We dated for like 4 years, and that was all through high school, and then high school was just messy. It was just such a mess. I hated it. I hated high school. My grades were terrible. I was not a good student, and it was just such a bad time, bad experience. And the best part of it was the relationship that I was in. So let's see here. One of my students just said something in the Telegram app here. So it was really really crappy, and I really just didn't like. I just didn't like it at all. So I moved on from Price Chopper to a place called Burger King, and Burger King was terrible. I'm pretty sure a lot of like Burger King's not very big here in Canada, but it's there's enough of them. It's just like I think it's a lot bigger in the United States. But whoever's here, say hi. I think there's only like one person here right now. Hello, person. So, uh, and then I moved on from that, and that was still during high school. I only worked there for like I think 2 years. I could never really keep a job. It was horrible keeping a job. I hated it. And I moved on from there to like a bunch of other places. I went to Metro. I used to call A&P over here, and McDonald's. I worked there too. It was just a bunch of, and it's just job to job to job. And I guess that was my first sign that I should be like an entrepreneur, a business person. So okay, so someone's gonna come and say hello. It's so late. I should have done this during the day. It would have been a lot better. Just come. Nobody can see you. Hello. Say hi. Okay, so I went from there to school. Actually, I went to post secondary school, and post secondary was I went to school for IT, and yeah, it was a messy, and still didn't do well. I had to actually take classes that bridged my terrible grades between high school and college. It was horrible, and I really really wish I started entrepreneurship a lot earlier. But it's like that whole saying, uh, the whole like plant a tree saying, right? It's like when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago was about it's the same thing. So I started like my entrepreneurship stuff when I was like 24, 25 with Amazon like Kindle publishing, and I still make money from that now. That's actually one of my other businesses. I barely work on that now, but anyway, I still make money that way, and then social media marketing as well. And this, so this was like my latest project, and I love this. But anyway, and the reason I came up with the idea for this video is because I really really wanted to try to help people push forward and just do what they really like doing. And the opportunities you have, and like your why, and like my why, and like the reason that I want to have so many businesses and so much stuff, not so much stuff like material wealth, but like just resources, is because like I've seen a lot of people who are in their 50s and 60s literally get laid off and fired, and the opportunities are different than they used to be. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for people my age, like I'm 28 now, to do what they really wanted to do, and it's gonna be a lot more difficult for people to have corporate jobs that stick, right? Where in Canada do you live? See, I just saw this now. I couldn't see that before. I live in Ontario. Praise. I live in Ontario. I hope I didn't get that too late. Because I didn't see that. I didn't see that right until now. So yeah, I live in Ontario. Why do you live in? Do you know somebody that lives in Canada? But anyway, so the fastest way that you can change and start doing things is change your environment and change the people that you hang out with. 'Cause there were so many people that were telling me that entrepreneurship was a dead end thing to do because they were afraid. They were completely afraid to chase and do what they wanted to do. And you can make money doing this. Like this is not difficult. And there's like five, maybe six different ways you can make money online. And making money online is my favorite thing to do. You live in Vancouver, awesome, dude. Praise the sun. Are you a subscriber of mine? Let me know. Let me know because I'd like to know. I'd like to know who like people in my fellow country. The only way I can see this is if I hold the screen. Is there a different way? Is that a setting or what? Oh, maybe it's the app. Vancouver. Nice. If you're a subscriber, how long have you been a subscriber for? If not, is this the first time you're seeing my channel? I don't usually do live, so that's why I'm kind of all over the place. So, anyway, so when I did this and started this channel, I went from Kindle publishing to social media marketing. I still have those two, and then I do the I went to for a boob grab there. Did you see that? So then I went to this, and this has probably been my favorite because the content is evergreen, and people are like subscribing every single day. Like I've got more subscribers in one day, today, and grown more today than I ever did in the past. It's insane. They changed the dashboards for YouTube too. What do you do, Praise? What do you do? Let me know what you've done. Let me know what you've let me know what you've been up to, and like where you like what do you do with yourself? Oh, something popped up. God, this is weird. Might have to switch to my other phone. What the fuck? Just bear with me, guys. Hold on. Oh, shit. Maybe if I turn it like this. I don't know why I can't see your comments. So, they're like hidden, but they're not. It's weird. Just came across your videos today. Just want to say I love your stuff. We'll subscribe right now. Do it! Subscribe! Greg, sorry, I just saw your question now. My phone. I don't know if it's the app or what's going on, but I can only like I can't see your questions very well. This is so broken. And the answer to your question, Greg, is do you think so you're asking, whoops. I have to hold my hand here to see the fucking questions. Do you think a relationship can blossom after a breakup if y'all get back together? Yeah, like absolutely. You just have to like hold on. You just have to like understand like where like whatever it is that broke you guys up, you guys have to fix that issue. Okay? So if you guys broke up because of like a possessive issue, like say for example you've been like a possessive guy or whatever, there's so many reasons that somebody can break up. You guys have to both want, okay? You guys have to both want to get to that level. My hair is messy as fuck today. So you guys both want to get to that level, and you guys both need to make the necessary changes to revisit getting back together. It doesn't make any sense because once the respect is gone, once you guys lose respect for each other, it's not going to be a very good relationship after that, right? It's not going to be easy for you guys to continue your relationship and continue to get better. So, and obviously relationships take work. That's not really the point. It's more like do you a lot of people just find it easier to move on to somebody new, and you don't have to do that, but going back and fixing all those things and understanding the barriers that are between you guys it's hard. It's really really difficult, and that's why you need to establish great forms of communication before you get to that, because once you don't respect each other, it's harder. But yeah, of course it can. You just have to really want it. It takes a lot of work. It takes a ton of work, and you have to want it. Okay. That's my closet. So it's actually my girlfriend's closet, but whatever. But yeah, no, Greg, it's totally possible. Why? How far along is your breakup? If you guys are like where are you at? How long have you guys been broken up for? And whoever's here, say hello. I have to touch the screen just to be able to see your fucking questions. It's weird, but say hello. What's up? How's it going? Maybe I should go live from my actual fucking my workhorse computer. Maybe that would be better. Oh, there's a new one. Thoughts on younger relationships? I just graduated high school and got out of a short-term relationship 3 months ago. Praise, you know what? Young relationships are difficult. I've been there. So the idea is young people don't know shit, right? And young people don't know what they want. Even adults, like even 25, 26, 27, 28 year olds. You guys don't really know, like we don't know what we want really. Even especially people that are born like late 90s, early 2000s and stuff like that, right? Like you guys haven't tested enough. You haven't been with enough people, like people that are together in high school sweethearts. That's completely cool, and that can work. That can absolutely work, and that can be something that works. But like I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying that, like, it's just difficult. Okay, it's just difficult to it's difficult to understand. And as long as you stay strong and masculine, like, and you are the strongest, and you still continue, 'cause if you have an open channel of communication, it can work. But a short-term relationship, 3 months isn't really that long. It's long enough, but it's not that long. It doesn't really form a really strong bond. My very first girlfriend I was dating for 4 years, and we broke up once halfway through, and tried to get back together, but the trust was just gone. The trust was gone, and I just moved on from that. Hey, praise. Got myself a Tim Hortons. But yeah, it's possible, praise. It's possible. But young relationships, man, like people just don't know what they want, especially if it's a girl. Because you're visual. You're gonna be like, oh, she's hot. Let's go. But she's gonna be discovering who she is, and she's gonna be changing. Things change people. Like you could see a video that changes you, right? You could see a video that completely changes you, and you have no idea. It could change certain things it could change the way you look at certain things and certain subjects, right? So, you know, I was in your boat, and I was asking people for advice, and I was like, okay, like, what do I do? And like, they're like, dude, like, you have so many, especially if you're good looking, you're gonna have a lot of opportunities to date, and trust me, man, you'll be fine. She'll come around, especially if you do no contact and you do everything correctly. Okay. So make sure you're just doing you, becoming the best version of yourself. Okay. But anyway, as I was talking about earlier, um, if you have praise, this is actually be a good video. This will be a good topic for you because if you or at least it's gonna be early in your life, make sure that you do, and everybody that ends up watching this, do exactly what you wanted to do in your life. Honestly, like you have the internet now, and you can make money doing such simple things, some simple shit. Social media marketing is one of them. Social media marketing is actually really really easy to learn. There's courses on it that are cheap, and you could bring that to somebody, some business owner, help them do their marketing. And what you could do is when you make money doing that, you can when you make money doing that, you can actually do the things that you love doing. Are you still here, Greg? I don't know if you left or not. Um, but yeah, it's absolutely possible. I'm telling some of my students to come hang out, join, be part of the community. YouTube Live is actually a lot of fun. It's just different. What are you gonna do with the rest of your life, Praise? Are you still here? Curtis Jackson just subscribed. Curtis Jackson, are you 50 Cent? Very true, man. Oh, oh, oh. We both didn't really know what we wanted. Basically, ended off on good terms. I'm going back to doing me. Yeah, yeah. Always do like that should be what you do all the time. Even in a relationship, you should be doing you. We've been separated for 2 months. This is great talking. I've been okay. Separated for 2 months. I applied no contact and worked, but she tried to friend zone me. Told her that's not what I wanted. And now she wants to get together and discuss the relationship. I was being needy. That's why she left. Yeah, like I don't mean I'm not I don't mean to shit on you, Greg, but neediness is the most unattractive thing a guy can do. And like I'm not trying to like, and this is a learning experience. I want you to come here not to feel shamed or anything like that. It's a learning experience, bro. And like just like understand where neediness comes from. So there's a few things that can come from. It can come from a lack of purpose. Uh, so not knowing what you want to do with yourself, and the reason that can become a thing is because if you're not focused on your purpose and your mission, and the things that you do focus on are going to be her because she's going to be the best thing in your life. So you're going to be focusing on her and you're going to be focusing on trying to make her happy, and she's going to get turned off by that and she's not going to like that at all. And then fear is another thing. So if you're scared that she's going to leave you, and that fear is going to cause you to be needy. It's going to be very difficult to come out of that and to come back from that. So when you have a lot of fear going on, you it's difficult because coming out of that and you have to figure out where it came from. If it comes from a fear of abandonment, maybe your parents. A lot of fear comes back to childhood, and you have to figure that shit out because a lot of stuff will carry on through your childhood to your relationships, right? And figuring out if that's that you can't let that continue. You have to stop that stuff because women don't want to teach you how to be a man. They want to be with a man, right? They don't want to teach you how to be. They don't want to teach you attraction. They want you to know it, okay? And yeah, she's going to discuss the relationship, quote unquote, with you. But you really need to, Greg. Uh, Greg, you should join the coaching program. It's send me an email, masculineenergy27 at gmail.com. Send me an email there, and what we can do is we can do one-on-one stuff for a lot cheaper than other dating coaches, so to speak. Um, and that'll be a lot better for you, I think, because if we can nail down why and where these fears come from, then You can dominate your relationships and dominate your masculinity, right? And it's a monthly cost. It's a monthly cost that you can do. You don't have to. It's up to you. But I just don't really do much free coaching anymore unless it's here, right? But that fear again, that fear could come from your childhood. It could come from that. It can come from like if you feel again lack of purpose. I think a lot of it is lack of purpose, right? Lack of purpose is a big one because you just focus on the wrong things. If you focus on your mission and your purpose all the time, then when you decide, so you're going to decide where your time goes, and she's going to be wanting to take time from you. Time is your most valuable commodity, right? You need to make time so valuable that she needs to book your time, right? So start with your purpose, Greg. Start with is it Greg? I'm sorry. Was it Greg that I was talking to? Yeah, Greg. Start with your purpose first and figure out where you're going first. Okay? Chat is weird. The YouTube chat is weird. I don't know if it's if it's the live on my phone that's weird. I don't know what it is. But it doesn't come up properly either. It's being so strange. But anyway, maybe I'll switch it over to my computer, guys. So maybe I'll switch it over to actual fucking workhorse computer. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Just hang tight.